Hughes gets lit immediately as they take on a team that they had played earlier this year and defeated in Autzen, which itself was quite a statement. But after the pomp and circumstance, very first play of the game, Dante Moore, you're a quarterback. What happens here?
I mean, you just go immediately in the fight or flight mode. I mean, squat corner, inside throw, you miss it inside by a mile. Outside leverage, trying to work an out route. Just a bad decision out of the gate by Dante Moore.
D'Angelo Pons, the pick six, and we're not 10 seconds into this game, and Indiana leads. But give tons of credit to this Duck team that goes right down the field on a 3rd and 12. This is a heck of a toss to Jamari Johnson.
And Jamari Johnson's came up huge for Oregon down the stretch. At this point, you're thinking, this is a ball game.
My guy Stanford Steve says over and over and over, the wide receivers for Indiana do not get nearly enough credit. That's Elijah Surratt.
Unreal. I don't know how you cover it. It's good coverage, good phase, perfect throw.
You made the point in the broadcast. Speaking of perfect throw, here's another. And it felt like most of them from Mendoza tonight were.
He missed 3 throws. One was a throwaway. That one's a tougher throw than you realize into the boundary.
Omar Cooper Jr. there, his folks loving that. The unforced errors from Oregon are catastrophic. The pick six, and now you hand them the ball inside the 5. What happens?
And this is because the starting running back, Noah Whittington, out for the game. In goes a freshman, trying to go RPO. Miscommunication, poor mesh, fumble. Indiana inside the 5.
And you made the point on the broadcast that RPO is very involved. And if you don't have a ton of reps, it can lead to things like that. And that leads to this. Kalon Black, he is such a rugged runner. And IU, they lead the FBS with 127 points off turnovers this season. It's 21-7. Can Oregon answer again? No. Here comes that rush, and it's an avalanche, and that's what this team does.
And you always look at the O-line. They're always on different levels. There's one guy behind another guy. The twists are ridiculous, and they always seemingly land where the quarterback's supposed to be.
It was 2nd and 3. Now it's 4th and a mile. Nothing going right for Oregon. Now it's Mendoza again. And it's a clean pocket, and it's another dart to the speedster who had the touchdown in the Rose Bowl. It's Charlie Becker again.
And also the guy that put the game on ice in the Big Ten title. Same exact play. Fade down the right side. They've guarded for the back shoulder all game long. Doesn't matter. 6'4" Becker goes up and gets it.
And that's that trio of wide receiver stars. All of them featured already in the highlight. Can the Ducks answer again? No. Here comes that rush. Ball is out again. And it's just, again, I keep using the word avalanche. That's the only word I can think to use.
And Duque was a backup 3 weeks ago.
And here's Surratt. They took a look at this one to decide, did he get in before the butt was down? They reviewed it. Yes. And so it's all Hoosiers. I was standing in the tunnel when the Ducks came out and they were ready, and they hadn't given up, but the Hoosiers hadn't either. Here's another touchdown. E.J. Williams Jr., 3rd and 5, little double move.
They're not comfortable with just a 28-point lead. Let's just keep pouring it on.
Let's block a punt while we're at it. We haven't checked that box on the bingo card. Now they have. Another gigantic play from the Indiana defense. Daniel Duque, who had a sack earlier, here gets his paw up in the air.
A rotational player before an injury to the Big Ten's leader in tackles for loss.
And Becker, by the way, comes down to downs punts, right? I mean, they have their star players play kind of across the board. Here's a Surratt touchdown. Again, 3 incompletions. 3 incompletions. 5 touchdown passes. He has 8 touchdown passes and 5 incompletions in 2 playoff games, playing against Alabama and Oregon. And Sig says he's going to crack open a beer. Have a few. I suggested to Mr. Mendoza, I think they'll keep the upstairs pub open for him, waiting for the fellas to get home from Atlanta. I don't know how long the flight is, but, keep it open. You see 26 wins for Sig Kurtzik.
National championship on January the 19th. Indiana has beaten its 2 playoff opponents by the combined score of 94-25. The blowout started early in the game. D'Angelo Pons, who came on the show earlier this year, picked off Dante Moore on the first offensive series of the game, returned it 25 yards. Oregon tied the game up. Moore showed me something because he threw a pick, and then he came back and he answered. And then IU went on a 35 unanswered point run, and that was really the ball game. Just too many turnovers. Indiana's just far too good. They're a very well-coached team. Offensive line, defensive line took the ball game over. And those receivers, they don't have big names, but they catch everything. They high point everything. This was a really coached, a really well-coached football team. They're really disciplined. Yes. And I know everybody's talking about the U's back, but the U got their hands full, Ocho.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And not only do they have their hands full, University of Miami, what we saw from them when they played last night is they had turnovers,
Yes.
huh? They had turnovers. And this is the exact same thing I felt when it came to this game. It would come down to not only the quarterback playing Dante Moore and brother Mendoza, but it would also come down to the turnovers. And lo and behold, the first play of the game, the goddamn quick out route, mind you, he in the gun. So the goddamn DB is not moving.
Oh, Joe, you can't throw the best man.
Late and he throws it late and throws it behind.
Oh, Joe, you see him rotate, safety shoot back, they go down to the other side. That's man free. He's off. He's cluing.
Yeah.
He don't even get out his back pedal.
He didn't even budge. Didn't even budge. All
Did they put him in motion? What?
No,
or was he in slot? Because if you think about, because he tried to run a speed. Yeah, he tried to run a speed out.
Speed out. Yeah.
And the DB Pons was he took one step and drove. You ran the out and up. You had
with him,
but you ran the out and he picked it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate. Carson Baker's gonna have to play. Not saying play perfect.
He gonna have to play damn near perfect.
Damn near perfect. You can't turn the ball.
They put so much pressure on you on both sides of the ball, Ocho. They got a front. Yes. They dominate both lines of scrimmage, and that's what the U tries to do. So it's gonna be immovable object, irresistible force. Something's got to give.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Unc. I remember watching Mendoza down here in Miami. God damn it! I remember watching Mendoza down here in Miami, Unc, at Columbus High School. I didn't know Mendoza would be what he is today. I had no idea he would be this good. If you look at some of the throws he was able to make, some of the throws that attribute to some of the quarterbacks that let you know they're going to be good. Unc, he's throwing a goddamn comeback route off the left hash to the wide side of the field on the money. His ball placement all game long was phenomenal. On those same plays where Dante Moore threw an interception at the beginning of the game, every out route he threw, whether it was on the short side or the wide side of the field, the ball placement was perfect. Throwing receivers open. Even if they were covered, the ball placement.
Back shoulders, high point. But the receivers, Ocho, you see how they high point the ball?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
But it's only where his guy can catch it. It's going to be a completion or it's going to be incomplete. It's not going to be picked. And no balls even came close to getting picked.
Hey, he was sensational.
They were.
all night long.
Man, I'm looking at Coach Signetti on the sideline. If he's like this and they're winning the ball game, I hate to see him when he gets upset.
Yeah. Hey, he don't show no kind of emotion. Huh?
He got his hands on his hip.
What's up with that?
I'm like, are you happy?
Hey, the camera panned to him after a touchdown. He showed nothing. The sideline going crazy behind him. Stone cold killer face. That's it.
But Mendoza was very good.
The job is not
Go ahead,
finished.
Osho. Go ahead. What you saying?
No, I was just saying the job is not finished. That's the mentality and the mindset and his body language. That's what it showed. The job's not finished. There's no reason for me to be celebrating.
Oh yeah, you can celebrate that. I mean, you can't get to the job if you didn't finish this job. I mean, you got all that means you have another task. It's kind of like when you're growing up. If you grow up on the farm, there's always something for you to do. You can move the animal from one pen to another. You can grind, feed. There's always something for you to do. But you must finish said task first before you move on to another task. So, win the Big Ten. Okay, get to the Big Ten championship. He won that. He won the first, get a bye, and then they win the next game. So now you advance to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Now, the ultimate. You get to play for the national championship, something you've never won. You've never been in that situation. And they're a good team. He's unbelievable. This might be, they might need to do a story because we've never seen a turnaround happen this quick. Not with a team that's been this historically bad. I mean, they've been historically bad. I'm talking about historically. I'm talking about bad news bears bad.
Hold on. The funny thing about it, Indiana's a basketball school. It is. Huh? This is a basketball school. When is the last time we've seen a basketball school dominate like this the entirety of a season?
No, we haven't.
The entirety of a season and beat everyone. I'm not sure if a lot of people, if they were gamblers, if they were bettors and they bet on college football, how many people had Indiana to be in this position throughout the season?
No.
How many? To be able to make it, to be undefeated, to be playing in a national championship in Miami.
Before Peyton Manning got to Indy, they were known for basketball in the Indy 500.
Right.
Then Peyton Manning come, and then all of a sudden they got excited about football, and he gave them a reason to be excited.
Yes.
But this story, IU football, and to be in this position, one win away from winning a national championship, and had to go through the gauntlet, because it's a little bit more difficult now, because now you have 12 teams, you have to win multiple games in order to get to a national championship. Once you win, you win your division, you go to your championship in said division, you win that, and normally, up until a few years ago, you play for the national championship. You rank 1 or 2, you play for the national championship. It's not like that anymore. You get a bye, so you have to win 3 games to win a national championship. After you go through your regular season, after you get to your conference championship, now you got to win 3 games in order to be. So we'll know the real. It ain't no more. Man, such and such should have been in there, and if they'd have been in there, they'd have done this. Now you win 3 games, you the champ.
Oh yeah, you got ample opportunity. You got ample time. You get. Oh man, I'm sick of this damn camera. You got ample opportunity to be able to prove yourself and your worth if you make it to the playoffs and you make it to the national championship. Hey, the fact that Mendoza gets to come back home and play in front of his home crowd, in front of the place where he's from, I mean, it's going to be dope. But listen, Mendoza's going to have his hands full, and Hurricane going to have his hands full. I know the pressure's on Carson Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
I know the pressure's on him, and all those interceptions, and for one, the turnovers. You can't turn the ball over. And they have to capitalize. If those opportunities present themselves defensively, you got to catch some interceptions this game.
No, you can't.
You're going to have to.
We saw what happened, Ocho. Mendoza put the ball on the ground twice, and they didn't get neither one of them.
Neither one.
And they ended up getting points out of both of them. I didn't understand. Oregon, okay, you're already backed up. You take a delay of game penalty to get backed up even further, and now you let the guy come in. They only rush 2 guys, and you let one of the guys block the punt.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out. I'm saying, hold on, you already backed up. Why would you take a delay of game? This game, basically, once it was 7-7. That was the last time this game was interesting.
I thought it was going to go back and forth, especially after the interception in Oregon. Oregon got the ball and they went right down the field at will. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? This is going to be a long night, and it's going to be a scoring fest. Back and forth. Yeah, I was fooled. I was led astray.
Oregon couldn't get any pressure on Mendoza. Couldn't. He was pinpoint accurate. Surratt, Becker, those guys, Cooper Jr. I mean, he was just spreading it around. You get a catch. You get a catch. Hell, they bought Pons in. Let him catch a pass. It's
hey boy,
these are
he threw some beautiful balls.
These are the both quarterbacks in this game. Mendoza is projected to be number 1. Moore is projected to be number 2.
I mean, I can see why.
Yeah.
I can see why. And obviously I wasn't that high on Mendoza, obviously, because you watch Indiana play, but I didn't know he was this good. Now that the spotlight is on him, it's a pressure situation, and you have to show up when it matters most. And he played phenomenal. So obviously, if he's going to the Raiders based on some of the throws I saw him make tonight, well, you put some pieces around the quarterback I saw tonight at the next level, he's gonna be all right.
You better put some offensive linemen around him.
All right. Yeah, that's part of the pieces too. The most important at that. You got to get him a receiver. Just one to go with Brock Bowers. He's gonna be all right.
I agree with you. This guy. I mean, we were hoping for what we got last night. A very interesting ball game. Excuse me, I got the hiccup. It was interesting for about 7 minutes.
That's about it.
7 minutes. And that was it, Ocho. And it was a blowout from there. I mean, once it got to the half.
it was 35-7 at the half.
Go ahead, Ocho.
Yeah, hey, chat. And it was 35-7 at the half. At that point, I tweeted, is it okay for me to take a nap? Or will Oregon have an opportunity to come back? And obviously, it's college football. Anything can happen. Momentum shifts, the pendulum shifts at some point, and another team catches fire. And at no point did Oregon threat or even have a chance to actually come back in this game. And it sucks. I thought it would have been similar to the situation of the game last night, where it was very exciting. But hell, you didn't even want to blink. You didn't want to leave your seat to even go to the bathroom because you might miss something. That's what I thought this game would be after the way it started out. Even with the interception at the beginning of the game and seeing Oregon respond and go right down the field and score, it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Indiana looked very good. Most of these games, especially games of this magnitude, when teams are of equal value and quality and skill, the games are won in the trenches. The games are won up front, and that's exactly where Indiana dominated on both sides of the ball, up front. And so it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good challenge for the Hurricanes. It's going to be a good challenge for Indiana, because I think the winner of this game is going to be whoever wins the battle of the trenches, and also whichever quarterback makes the least amount of mistakes. And that's who wins the game. I would love for the University of Miami to win, but I'm also cheering for, Fernando Mendoza in Indiana because, he is here. He's a hometown Florida kid. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the game.
Yeah, I mean, watching Mendoza, probably I've watched him a lot more down the stretch. Excuse me, as Indiana got closer and closer, and it looked like they were going to be on a collision course with Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. You knew they were going to get into the playoffs, whether they won the Big Ten championship or not, because they had been ranked number 2 for such a long period of time. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Chad, I got the hiccups. But with that being said, watching him, I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. But watching him against Ohio State when he really needed to make throws, watching him how just blitzed Alabama, how they just blitzed Oregon.
Yeah.
The Canes better be on their best behavior, Ocho.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to be all right. The boys are going to be ready.
This kid is on a Joe Burrow type run. You remember what Joe Burrow did?
I like the comparison. I like the comparison. Obviously, that 2019 Joe Burrow was elite. Based on the numbers he put up that season, going to the Natty, winning the Natty, but the numbers he put up was unbelievable. So you understood when it's certain times you can look at a quarterback in college, and you can tell if what he does in college is going to be able to translate to the NFL. And you knew watching Joe Burrow, no matter where he went, as bad as the Bengals might have been, he's going to have success wherever he goes.
Well, you look at what he got, and they got one of his receivers that he had in college. They got Chase to join it.
Yes.
You look at Chase had like 20 touchdowns. Jefferson had like 17 touchdowns. They had Marshall. They had Thaddeus Moss. They had Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
They had the best offensive line in football. They had a defense with Queen and Stingley Jr. and all those guys. From a talent standpoint, IU doesn't have that. Now, do I think IU is maybe have the coaching advantage? Yeah. I like Ed Orgeon. I like him. But Cignetti is upper level. You can make a case that he and Kirby Smart and he are the best two coaches in college football. Ryan Day is in that. But to do that, what he's done with that team, I mean, look, going to Ohio State and taking over that, come on, you're going to get blue chip guys. Going over to Georgia and taking over that, you're going to get guys. Go take over Alabama or something. You go, brother.